What do we have for Aquarius? High Priestess, Pisces energy at the foundation of the reading in reverse, Aqua. Very interesting, Aquarius, because leading up to this reading, I was getting these downloads surrounding individuals that are trying to get you to doubt the path you're on. They're trying to get you to doubt that God is speaking to you and you are being divinely guided. This is somebody who's trying to tell you that the decisions you are making in your life are incorrect, that who you are and what you're trying to achieve is not for you. This is somebody here who has a hidden agenda. This is actually someone who does not listen to their inner voice and has a clouded insight and a blocked intuition. This individual here is showing up as your mortal enemy, and it's right at the foundation of the reading. This could be people in your family. It could be people you've dated. It could be friends. Take it as it fits. But there's an energy here who has made it to their mission to make sure by any means necessary that you don't get to the next level in the game, because they know as soon as that happens, it's over for them. I also feel that this is somebody you've left behind, Aqua, in some capacity here. Maybe these are individuals trying to weasel their way back into your life. Maybe you've even entertained the idea of reconnecting with some of these individuals. However, it's very important that you understand that if these individuals were in your life, you would not be in the position you're about to be placed into, or you would not be able to receive what you're about to receive from the divine, period. You know, there was a point in my life when I looked at certain relationships that are no longer in my life anymore with a sense of regret, because I didn't understand then why those relationships were removed from my life until I started to succeed in my life. There is absolutely no way the presence of these individuals in my life right now would allow me to be doing what I'm doing and succeeding at what I'm succeeding at in my life. And looking back, I can see very clearly now that God, the divine, the universe, had been trying for years to get me to break away from certain energies in my life. But I was either too scared or I didn't think that they were as influential in my life as I can clearly see they were now. When the divine is preparing to bless you, things need to be sacrificed. It's an absolute deal breaker. The reason for this, Aqua, is because where you're going, these individuals cannot share that with you. Because if they were around, their influence would cause you to self-sabotage, and you would lose everything that the divine wants to bless you with. This needs to be protected. I've been getting this message surrounding the Aquarius collective now for quite some time. Certainly in the last reading, and I'm picking it up here again. But there's something that you are going to create, Aqua. Take it as it fits and what makes the most sense for your circumstances, what you do. But whatever this is going to make a huge difference. It's something that allows for people to follow behind you. So say you prepare something and then a younger generation comes up and picks up where you left off. Something incredibly important, something very innovative. You're going to create something that takes part in some sort of resistance movement. You're going to pave the way for others to be able to launch their visions from. Perfect Aquarius energy, paving the way for others to launch their visions from. That could be an alternate definition for how I personally see evolution. We're carving out a path for those that follow behind us. I think if we all thought about evolution and lived a life that kept the younger generations in mind, we'd be living in a very different world now. This is very much the world that we can start manifesting, that we're going to start manifesting into our waking lives if we start redirecting our focus on a framework that is based on evolution. What do we have at the sacral, please? I'm going to take all of these cards. 9 of Swords, Gemini energy at the sacral. 4 of Cups, Cancer energy at the solar plexus. Tower, Aries energy at the heart. This 9 of Swords at this sacral position, these energies, Aqua, and I'm getting a twofold message here. You may be having some very vivid dreams right now with individuals, family members, old friends. This is all because they're projecting onto you. You may be waking up in the middle of the night, hot. It's like your sheets are hot. Whenever I get this card, it reminds me of hot bed, hot sheets, because they're red. They're starting to understand that all their tactics didn't work. If anything, it just made you stronger. They go from sending you these energetic attacks, trying to make you second guess the moves you're making, however it shows up for you, to now realizing that none of this is working. You've just become stronger. You've just become more confident because you're starting to see now that all that resistance is a clear indication that there's a force in the universe trying to keep you from something. Otherwise, why so much attention on little old you, right? Did you ever think about that, Aqua? Why are people so invested in trying to stop you from getting to your highest potential? And now here they are, Four of Cups, trying to figure out how they're going to make their way back into your life. For some, this could be exes. Individuals that you may have deemed as a temptation at one point in time. The only reason why these people want to come back into your life is because they slept on you. They ruled you out, and they're only coming back for what they can get from you. However, if these individuals came back into your life, you would lose everything you've built up until this point. They cannot be a part of it. And individuals coming back from your past as you're succeeding is always going to happen. You're always going to be tested by the opposing force. It's a never-ending game of chess between God and Lucifer. Lucifer saying, I bet I can tempt your child, God, and get them to defect. And God saying, be my guest. I bet you can't. See, a lot of these individuals, Aqua, the way they try to come back in is by getting you to doubt the moves you're making, right? So they want to try and weaken you. They want to try and make you feel inferior. That's not a big deal what you're doing. You know, anybody can do that. This sort of approach. They're essentially attacking you energetically speaking, attacking your solar plexus as a means for you to drop your guard, feel like you're losing control, which is a natural reaction to you second guessing your moves. And then as soon as that guard comes down, Aqua, they come in for the kill. The Tower. Aries energy at the heart. There was a point in time where you wore your heart on your sleeve in regards to these individuals, but you've since closed yourself off for self-preservation. It's necessary. There's a protection around you that they're not prepared for, Aquarius. I feel like you can see these individuals coming from a mile away now. It's almost as if everything happens in this perfect order. You start succeeding, you start moving forward, and here they come. There's a process, there's a script. It's completely predictable, which tells me you've been through these cycles with these individuals many, many times, Aqua. But right now, we're at a crucial point, not only in the world, but in history. And incrementally speaking, you yourself in your own life. We're getting ready to cross over into 2024. 2024 is going to be a wild ride, and you need to start preparing yourself. A lot of people are being left behind because they haven't been doing the work. If you're an Aquarius and you've been doing the work, which just means that you've been doing everything you can to try and better your life, better your circumstances, get right by God, do your best to get in alignment and get on path, then you're good. But there's a lot of people that haven't been doing that. A lot of people don't even understand what that means because they've been too mainlined to the everyday grind of living inside the matrix, inside the illusion that is this reality. Simply put, there's zero connection to God and the higher power. See, when you're mainlined to the material world, the matrix, this reality, this density, which we all have to live in, that means that your God is the devil, Capricornian energy. The material world. Yes, we need to live inside this world, inside this density, but we're supposed to live here with a connection to source, where we came from. Each one of us has been sent here on a mission to keep balance and order inside the collective, spread awareness, help wake people up. We're trying to stop this density from tilting and collapsing into the root chakra of the universe, so to speak. Our reality is an infinite war between light and dark, God and the devil, and we all fall somewhere in between. We are all soldiers of light. We must help keep this balance. You know, I quite often talk about how all of us are soldiers of evolution sent down here to help maintain the collective vibration. It's like we're sent into this density, which can be seen as Lucifer's prison cell, to make sure that complete chaos and disorder doesn't erupt. Because as we know, this Luciferian energy has an agenda, and that is to become God. See, I see each density on a macronized scale, right? A universal scale, as a chakra. It's like each planet's a chakra. So let's say the three-dimensional density, the material world, is the root chakra. If the devil had his way, he would collapse the root chakra and then do the same to each following one to reach God as a means to overthrow him. That same dynamic shows up in each one of your lives. It's like your life story is a micronized version of the macro. Every single one of us is living out that same story in some capacity in our own lives. It just becomes more complex the more we evolve into the future. But it all goes back to the same story. What do we have at the throat, please? Six of Pentacles, Taurus energy at the throat. Aqua, it's very important that you don't allow anybody to try and get you to doubt the moves that you are making and the path you are on. You are receiving downloads. You are under divine guidance. The scales are tipping in your favor. Those were once at the bottom of the wheel are now being placed on the top. This is all because you've been doing the work. You've been listening to this inner voice. The divine wants to help you on your path. There's this very abundant energy that I'm picking up from you, Aqua, but it's very important that you keep it pushing. Don't look back to these energies here. This can be taken away in the blink of an eye. It's like the divine comes to pick you up in the divine mothership to take you to your purpose, and you want somebody from your past to get on the ship with you. The divine has them go through the demon detector on the way in, kind of like a metal detector. And it goes off. On the surface, you see these individuals much different than the divine does. These are snakes. These are demons sent into your life to stop you from getting to where the divine is trying to get you. Do not sacrifice your path for the mission at hand. And remember, this is very important, anybody who would ask that of you is literally telling on themselves. If you allow that person to treat you that way, essentially, if you enable that person and you don't step on this path, you have just sacrificed your entire life for another individual that does not have your highest good in mind. Now is the time that you're not doubting your intuition. If you have this connection with spirit, if you've been doing the work, if you're a healthy-minded, clear-thinking individual, there is no reason why you should not be able to trust your intuition. There's a lot of attacks coming your way, Aqua, and the only way out of this is to trust your intuition 100%. If you're sensing something off about somebody, believe it. If you're sensing that somebody has an ulterior motive, believe it. What do we have at the third eye, please? Strength, Leo energy at the third eye. Five of Wands, wow. Leo energy at the crown. These two cards follow what I just said perfectly. The strength, Leo energy, is speaking about you having enough confidence in the inner guidance, the intuitive guidance, the divine guidance you're getting, third eye energy, to be able to move forward and see through these energies, Five of Wands, that are being sent into your life to place obstacles on your path by the devil himself. And Aqua, it's very important that you understand there are many devils. Most of the people that we deal with in our waking lives are extensions of the devil, right? You may hear somebody say, oh, this person's such a devil or that person's such a devil. It's a spirit. It possesses people to act a particular way through behavioral patterns. These behavioral patterns fall under the umbrella of narcissism. These individuals now go out into the collective and they hunt all of you down like prey. Going back to what I was saying about being sent here to be soldiers of evolution by the divine, and then understanding that we're birthed into this life cycle, which is Lucifer's prison planet, to help keep order inside the collective. However, that shows up in each one of our communities or our waking lives. It would make sense that the devil sends out his tentacles, possesses these individuals, and then each one of them comes into our life to try and sacrifice us, right? You see, the devil is hungry for God's children? Why do you think sacrifice is such a prevalent thing we hear about now? Just recently I was talking about, in one of the readings, I can't remember which one, about how we're hearing about all of this trafficking and child sacrifice all over the world now, everywhere. And when you think about child sacrifice, it's like children have that divine light inside of them. And I think of it as like, we sit down with God before we're birthed into this life cycle. We go over our mission. Then we're born into this life cycle. And as a baby, we still have that light inside of us. We haven't essentially been reprogrammed and demoralized by living our everyday lives inside of this matrix yet. So there's the innocence, right? It's like they just saw God. They're that close to God. They just had to sit down with God. So the devil drools for the innocence of a child because they are closest to God. Now's the time to start being disciplined in your faith, Aqua. The divine wants you to start changing your mindset and adjusting to this new version of you that is preparing to be birthed into your reality. You're very much aligning with the divine and what the universe's true will for your life is. But in saying that, you have free will. So you need to make sure that you're connecting regularly through meditation or prayer to Source. We are all in the middle of a spiritual battle. We just can't see it. We're inside an illusion, but on the etheric plane, it's carnage. It's very important that you start protecting yourself from these energies. You start distancing yourself, whatever your circumstance may be. Give yourself a fighting chance here. A lot of the times you just need to put some distance between you and any individuals that may be causing strife in your life to be able to see clearly enough as to what your path is. But the most important thing, Aqua, is to understand that your ideas, your vision for your life, and the intuitive guidance you are receiving is your way out, however that may be showing up in your life. So don't allow anybody to try and take that away from you. Wow. Judgment, Belial, at the foundation of the reading. See, these individuals know that as soon as you step into this energy and you truly leave them behind, it's over for them. The only reason why judgment hasn't hit them yet is because you're in the way. Some of you have been hanging around these individuals thinking they're going to change. That's never going to happen. They may make you think that, but it's only to get you to stop making the shifts in your life towards self-empowerment, so this judgment angel doesn't come down and bring the wrath of God into their life. You see, the relentless nature, Five of Wands at the crown, by which these individuals come at you is a clear indication that they are trying everything in their power to avert this disaster and tower from coming into their life, bringing them before the divine court at their judgment and sentencing them to their karma. We have judgment and the tower in one spread with the Five of Wands. That's about as violent as you can get inside a tarot reading. Judgment and the tower, but with the Five of Wands, this is an all-out war. What do we have at the sacral, please? Ace of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy at the sacral. Pluto, Scorpio energy with this judgment at the foundation. It's like here you are, up at night, waking up with hot bed, and then there's the spirit in the distance, right? Hovering over your bed that they've sent to you, trying to create confusion, trying to get you to second guess the steps that you're taking, whispering in your ear. Oh, I wouldn't do that if I was you. Creating stress and bringing chaos into your auric field. The only way to defend yourself against this energy is to truly understand that it cannot harm you unless you allow it to. You essentially just need to laugh at it and keep pushing forward on your path. You see, you're an air sign, so they're going to go after your mentals. They want so badly for you to second guess the moves you're making. That's what this is all about. This is how they're going to try and get you. And as time goes on, this restrictive energy will start to dissipate. It will still be there, but it will get to the point where it doesn't even reach you. Because the more you press forward, the more you align with your purpose, the stronger your protection becomes. When you're functioning inside of this space of purpose, you have this built-in security team. This is when no weapons that form against you can prosper. You will also start to understand that the war is perpetual. There's peaks, there's valleys, things get easier, things get harder, but the sooner you start to accept the ebbs and the flows of how this all works, the easier it will become. What do we have? The solar plexus? Wow. 3 of Pentacles, Erebos, Capricorn energy. So whenever I get this card, it's like a bull in a china shop, right? Always coming into your life, trying to create some sort of disorder. It's the kind of person whose goal is to scatter your energy. Pairs well with this Ace of Swords. Literally an energy that just jumps out in front of you like, wait. Aqua, hold on a second here. You see, it may not literally be somebody jumping in front of you. It certainly could be, but it's more just an energy. It's what you feel, right? It's the spirit that they send towards you. See, on the energetic plane, it looks like this. Somebody blocking you. But then in your waking life, it's somebody showing up like, hey, Aqua, I got something for you. I got this gift for you. And then here you are like, yeah, I don't think so. This ain't my first rodeo. I know that old trick. It's like they come in kind of soft, right? But on the etheric plane, it's like this crazy crack horse. Kind of thinned out, wispy hair, some overgrown nails. I don't know. Kind of looks like they got crack eyes. It kind of looks weird, right? What do we have at the heart, please? Wow. 7 of Pentacles, Naberius, Taurus energy at the heart. Criminal enterprise. Right? So it goes back to what I was saying about these individuals being tentacles, extensions of the devil, so to speak. It's like they're all a part of this criminal enterprise, the Luciferian agenda. Trying to keep you from something, right? That urn that the crow is sitting on can be seen. Wow. I've never channeled this message through before concerning this particular illustration, but it's like an urn. It's full of ashes. They're coveting the ashes that you were going to rise out of like the phoenix. They're trying to stop you from transforming, Aqua, aligning with your true north, aligning with your highest self, and stepping fully into your power and bringing in the tower. Beautiful. They want you to give up, Aqua. They don't want you to know what a lot of them know about you. Some of these people, and I feel it could be family members, maybe parents, know what you're supposed to achieve in this life. They know what your purpose is, but they're trying to stop you. And, you know, when it comes to family trying to get in your way of your purpose, it's typically because there's some sort of exposure around what it is you do. A lot of you Aquas out there that are light workers, people that were sent here to do great things, bring your innovations into this reality, help pave the way for the generations that follow behind us, have truly been through the darkness. This darkness, for a lot of you, was dealt out to you by your families. It was a part of your path. You were meant to go through these cycles to gather the wisdom because of where you're going. You're going to need it. They know this, and they're trying to stop this from taking place because of the way it's going to make them look. It's going to bring them before the divine order, and they will be judged. This is evolution. And like I said, you are soldiers of evolution. And then we have Hawuhia, Aries, Leo, Sag energy, protection, which is the Knight of Wands. See, and here you are now. Whenever I see this card, it looks like an individual who has a giant shield behind them with wings on it, right? It's like you're protected now. Because you got the memo, you understand. So now the divine has come through. They've cloaked you, and they're helping elevate you into the next timeline. Tower, right? It's like you're busting through the foundation of this previous reality, and you're elevating. The tower can also be seen as a card of ascension. You're breaking out of these false securities, bringing a destruction to the life you've always known, and allowing the divine to elevate you into this next timeline. This is a revelation. What do we have at the throat, please? Ace of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Nethael, God, the King of Heaven. Rejuvenation, obtains the mercy of God, and gives a long life. The Ace of Cups is all about emotional strength. There's a sense of stoicism that I'm picking up here, Aqua. This is necessary to be able to overcome the tactics by which some of these individuals will try and weasel their way back into your life. One's of the emotional kind. They'll try and tug on your heartstrings, right? Hey, Aqua, I got something for you. But you have to remember, Aqua, that on the etheric plane, they're just some weird crackhead horse that is trying to deliver your light to the king of the underworld, Lucifer himself. This is how you bring in this win. You know, and I know that's a cup because emotional balance, it's water. But whenever I look at this card, it's like somebody who's just gotten their wings. And this can be seen as a trophy. Aqua, some of you might have a spirit guide that's a dog as well. I have never seen this before, and I don't know if you can see it there, but it looks like a dog on... Can you guys see that? See the nose and the eyes and then the leg? It looks like a dog. Wow. Some of you guys have a spirit guide as a dog, protecting you. Why is that dog looking at that urn of ashes right there, right? I wonder if some of you have a passed on dog. It doesn't even have to be a dog. It could be a cat too. Maybe you have their ashes. Whoever that resonates for, this animal, okay, this, well, I don't even like to say animal. It's like best friend. It's like a beloved family member, but it was a dog or a cat. They're protecting you. What do we have at the third eye, please? Knight of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, Ariel. The revealing God, perception and revelation, discovers hidden treasure, reveals secrets of nature. And this is further reiterating the message I was getting here with this Ace of Cups, Aqua. This is you really controlling your emotions right now. I feel like this is very important. You're also really being called to move in silence here. Very self-contained kind of energy is what I'm picking up here, Aqua. You're being called to move in a very secretive kind of manner right now. Don't show your hand here at all. Don't tell people what you're doing. I just heard there's too much at stake. And again, it looks like, right? The angel's holding up what looks like, to me, it just reminds me of this urn. And then right here underneath this strength, it's like there you are with an animal here. I just feel strongly, some of you Aquas have a passed on loved pet watching over you, protecting you. But I'm also getting a message here surrounding just animals in general. You know, right before I started this reading, I was getting notifications that one of my security cameras was going off. So I was looking at the monitor and there was this bird sitting right on top of one of my cameras and leaning over the camera and looking at me. So when I'm looking at the screen, all I can see is this bird's head looking at me upside down. And it kept going off for like 20 minutes. And it led up to this reading too. I actually meant to bring that up earlier on in the reading, but I just remembered just now. So there may be a lot of animals attracted to you right now, Aqua. Even insects. Pay attention to all of this. I just got a ringing in my ears right as I said that as well. So sometimes when this happens to me, I'll walk away, right? And then all of a sudden I have a download or I have an idea. These are all messages that come through from the divine. They just find these beautiful ways of giving them to you. And when it comes in the form of Mother Nature, it's to really let you know that you're truly aligned and connected with Source, okay? So pay attention to all that. In fact, I'd highly recommend that you try and get out in nature as much as possible too. Even if it's a walk 20 minutes a day in a park or wherever you may live, put your phone away and go out into a space where all you can hear is the birds, all you can hear is the wind, okay? Very important right now, Aqua, okay? Because this is when downloads come, okay? What do we have at the crown, please, to close this out for Aqua? Four of Wands, Aries energy. At the crown to close out the reading, Ahasia, God the Savior, rectification, helps one live in peace with everyone. See, it reminds me of what I just said, like getting out into nature when you can, as much as you can. It will give you a sense of peace before you go back to the rustle and bustle, the chaos of life. See, it's very important that we take a little time out to recalibrate. We live inside this reality that's just complete chaos, and it's not letting up. It's just increasing more and more. So it's very important that you take some time to clear out your mind. Meditate, pray, get out in nature. Allow yourself the space, time, and peace for the divine to send through these downloads, these ideas, this intuitive guidance. Four of Wands is an energy of harmony. It's a celebratory energy. And it very much speaks on everything that we've been picking up here, surrounding this new beginning, this path the divine is laying out for you. It's like you're leaving the chaos of the past behind. Five of Wands. You're leaving these energies behind, right? I just heard, let them fight amongst themselves. You're being elevated. You're being guided. And see how it looks like an angel with a bird behind them, right? It's like nature is guiding you. The divine is sending you messages through Mother Nature, through wildlife. Signs, synchronicities. So pay attention, Aqua. This is a very deep, beautiful reading. And I certainly hope that there was some messages in here to help guide you on your path. Just remember, no matter what anybody tries to tell you, your intuition is firing on all cylinders, and you are very much under divine guidance right now. Don't allow anybody to try and take that from you. Aquarius, this is the message I have available to you, depending on where you are on this timeline, should you choose to accept. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you would like a personal reading, you can find all of my contact details in the description below this video. And thank you for your donations, Aquarius. Take care.